guys, I'm Moyer and I did the film review for Erin Brockovich. The main characters in this movie are Erin Brockovich, played by Julia Roberts, lawyer Ed Masry, played by Albert Finney, and George, played by Erin Eckhart. The main plot of this story is Erin is a single mother of 3. She's been divorced twice and she's just trying to provide for her family and get by. She lands a job through a series of unfortunate events at a law firm that is headed by lawyer Masry, and he starts her at a minimum wage salary with no benefits, and she copies papers and she reviews files. Pretty low-end job. And with her lack of experience, a file comes across her desk and she really wants to understand it better and start to kind of investigate the questions that have sparked in her mind. So she begins to dig a little deeper and she finds that a plant, PG&E, has been contaminating their water with chromium-6, which is a very harmful form of chromium and a very fatal form, and can cause a lot of very bad diseases and tumors and other sorts of kinds of things. And they have been telling all of the residents in Hinckley, California, that the water is provided to that they've been putting chromium-3, which is the harmless version of chromium. So they've been lying to these residents, and when Erin begins to interview these residents after finding out about the chromium incident, she finds that a lot of these people have been sick for a very long time and have been developing symptoms that are related to chromium-6. So she brings this evidence and these reports back to lawyer Masry, and they jump on board and they decide to take the case to court. The two main themes that I saw in this movie were empowerment and determination. Through Erin's empowerment and determination, not only was she able to gain the respect of her co-workers, who were not very welcoming to her, but she was also able to provide for her family in the end, which was the most important thing. It wasn't easy, however, for her. This was an 82-month case that she worked on, and she had 2 different struggles in her 2 different life environments, one with work and one at home. At home, her babysitter, who watches the kids normally while she's out job hunting, quit, and the cute next-door neighbor, George, who she eventually developed a relationship with, decided to take over as the caretaker for the kids during the day. As Erin got more engrossed in this project, however, she started spending less and less time with her kids, and they began to notice and they began to get a little upset. They were used to having their mom around, and all of a sudden she wasn't. And George was also getting a little tired of it, and at one point he said, "Erin, you either need to quit your job or you need to find another guy, because I'm not just going to be your babysitter. I'm more than that to you." And she didn't want to do it, but she let him go. She knew that she needed to sacrifice this in order to get out of this project what she wanted to get out of it, which was to bring justice to these clients and to provide for her family. The other environmental struggle that she had was at her work. The way that she dressed was very risque, and that kind of environment for somebody working in a law firm at that time, and a lot of people were judgmental about that. And she didn't care, though. They knew that she didn't have any experience, and they kind of felt she was a box of dumb rocks. And although, it hurts, she trudged on and she made her point. She worked her butt off, and she investigated, and she brought back all of this underground lingering things from former employees and from water records that she brought back and were great evidence for the case, and eventually it won in the end. And through this process, her co-workers started to respect her a little more. Don't judge a book by its cover, because there's a lot more inside, and that's what Erin really proved to them. So the lessons that we learned from this is that you don't give up. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. If you're rock bottom, or, you know, living on week-to-week salary, living on week-to-week minimum wage jobs, you can do anything. There's a point in your life where you've got to tell yourself that, you know, I can do this, and I am here in this world to succeed. And that's what Erin did. And in the end, it was worth it. She had to sacrifice a lot, but she got $330 million for the Hinckley residents, for their medical bills, for their family, for their children, for their home, for food, to provide them for whatever they would need for the rest of their lives. And that was really what she wanted to do. But more than that, she wanted to make a family, a real family with, you know, a steady income and food on the table every night. And that's what she did. Dr. Maisry, one of the people in the beginning who really underestimated her and didn't see her potential, ended up giving her a $2 million bonus check in the end. And at that moment, you know, she kind of smiled, and she realized that all of the hard work that she put into it, and the determination and the empowerment that she had and believed in herself, it worked out in the end, and it was all worth it. And that is my review of Erin Brockovich. Thank you.